Hey, welcome back. So for this video, like the title says, we're gonna run into some very salty players. And I was quite surprised. And it gets pretty fucking funny. Um, but we're gonna find out real quick what these guys are up to. But just like any other casting I do for myself, I like to go ahead and give some tips and tricks to players. With this map, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Pathfinders and cap the fuel. My bud is going to take his Pathfinders, grab that manpower to give us that boost, and he's eventually going to grab this fuel point over here with this combat engineers. Excuse me. And then we're going to keep moving on from there. Now, it was a late game for us. I think this is our last match for tonight. So, if I'm being a little bit stagnant, that's just the tiredness kicking in. But, man, we had a blast with this one. So, keep going on. Gonna cap this manpower point. With this map, again, I should have been quicker. Super late night. But I'm gonna grab it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take this munitions point. Riflemen are gonna go ahead and grab the fuel over here. Ordinarily, I would say go double fuel. Excuse me. With this map. But because the DAC player grabbed this VP, if something didn't rub me right, it told me, hey, he most likely didn't cap this fuel, so I'm going to be very aggressive and just push him out at this point. With this munition point, you could have gone ahead and blocked it, but you'll see with the DPS of these riflemen in medium cover and mine in green cover, I didn't want to risk the damage. I want to keep these scouts on the field, excuse me. So double riflemen out now. I'm going to go ahead and link them up. And looking good, looking good. Rifleman here over the backup. He should have taken this building. The reason why is it gives you a high ground advantage, but he doesn't, so I'm going to take that with the rifleman. These guys are going to try to press into the cover, but I was trying to get them around. For some reason, they were trying to hug this point right here. The reason why you want to get around is the riflemen have to be point blank for DPS. Force the engineers off the point. Looking good, feeling good. And I'm going to ignore the VP and check that fuel out, because you want to deny DAC as much fuel as possible. And it's double DAC attack on the enemy team. And meanwhile, my good buddy, he's a great player. He's kicking ass over here, taking names. He's got them pushed back to their VP point. Pathfinder's capping. Not really stressing about the bleed. I understand we're, almost 40 points down. But, hey, I want to focus this fuel. Reason why two riflemen are hugging this point is he can always run out of base and counterattack me. And I didn't want to take the risk of losing the fuel. So, and that's what I was talking about. Now, over here, I give my buddy a heads up. I'm like, hey, you're getting pressed by two. And he's the champ. He backs off. He goes, hey, I got this. Focus that fuel for me. I said, okay, too easy. And that's what communication comes in. We Discord our matches together. We do team synergy. We want to win. And we just have a good time laughing. And I'm going to go ahead and force that DAC attack back. Purple is blobbing. Let's not forget that. I think you caught a quick little snippet of it. It was about 3 units, but he's blobbing, keeping them together. So, you'll see. I'm going to hold right here. The reason why is I get the high ground advantage. If you have high ground, you get extra damage, and it negates any cover. So these guys are going to bleed. Over here, I've decapped the fuel. I'm going to press the DAC, get in his face. And there's the blob I'm talking about. Now, don't worry, we're going to get to this blob, because it's going to shock you what this guy has to say when he opens his fucking mouth. Here's the engineers bleeding me. I say, you know what, riflemen are still good with the DPS. That flamethrower will wreck you, but I hold my ground. I want to keep denying fuel. I'm buying time. Could have done it a little bit better, yeah. But honestly, the high ground advantage kicks in, and wipe. That's why you want the high ground. Still holding. There's the DAC attack blob. He's really blobbed together now, so let's keep an eye on this, guys. Let's take a look real quick. Take a mental photograph of this bullshit right here. Because, don't worry, the juicy stuff's coming up. Fucking ridiculous. So, I'm still holding the high ground. He picked up the flamethrower. Riflemen are still going to hold. Not really stressing. At this point, we kind of go, these guys are not decent players. It's not to be rude on their part. So, well, I've got a lapse in combat. What I should have done is made my 4th rifleman, but, I didn't really take these guys serious because we controlled the majority of the fuel. We have total map control, basically. And what I should have done if I was treating these guys like, top-level players, I would have made my 4th rifleman with the captain to ensure that we can stay on the field at all times. Riflemen are going to hold. Even though they're very low, I feel confident in my retreat button abilities. And here's the blob. Here's the DAC attack. DAC attack realizes they're low on fuel. They need to get out of this pocket that my buddy has blocked him in. So he's panicking. Riflemen are going to retreat now because now I've got more reinforcements on the way. This squad is holding right here because I need the captain to link up. If it's important, if the enemy team is going to blob, you're going to have to counter blob. There's nothing you can really do. It's basically who can out DPS who first. So that's the way this game's designed, because you cannot make a 30 cal as an Americans, because that machine gun is pretty fucking terrible. It takes forever to suppress. It has a tiny cone of fire, and apparently American machine guns are the fucking worst. Yeah. But when I served my time in the military, I don't know about you, but the American 50 cal fires 800 to 900 rounds per minute, and it's a fucking 50 caliber gun. If you don't understand what kind of caliber that is a man cutter round. It will chop a man in half. And that's not an exaggeration. So here's the blob. Red and purple decide to link up as teammates, and they're blobbing really hard. Okay, me and my buddy communicate. We go, hey, we're going to have to out-counter him. I say, hey, I'm going Greyhound. My buddy goes, I'm going to go Bars for DPS. The reason why I go Greyhound, in case they have an 8 rad, I can cover us both down. And the reason why he goes Bars is because he can be the fucking hammer. And we can link our units together, and I say, hey, let's focus this 5-man. And that's how you want to communicate it, because look at that bleed damage. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 units, now 5, focusing 1 squad. And we're going to burn him down and wipe him on retreat. Again, look at the blob. So we have to counter blob. And the reason why I keep saying, look at purple's blob, because he's going to open his fat fucking mouth, and he's going to have a few words to say. So we focus this guy down, and teamwork. Dodge is easy nade, Greyhound's driving up now, and more of my units are coming out of base. Ah, there it is, Mr. Clink. And the people, something curse word, that USF is underpowered, blah, 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 blah. So Greyhound's going to go ahead and charge the medical. I didn't think he'd tech snares, but I'm going to push through it. Red guy is still trying to reinforce. He's panicking. Focusing medical. Greyhound's going to miss because, you know, fuck Greyhound ever hitting shit. And Red's going to repair because he's panicking now. I say, hey, let's focus this medical firepower. And Greyhound hits. We change our targets. Focus the flamer is what we're going for. He's backing off. So purple has already set the status quo. He's pissed that we're blobbing. But remember, guys, at the beginning of the fucking match, purple blobbed. And this is, there we go. And you are so bad, noobs. I respond, cool. I don't really fucking care. I'm tired, and we're just having a laugh right now. I was like, buddy, get mad. Like, get mad. After you fucking blob my guy. I don't understand. It's just sad, man. My buddy goes, let the salt flow through you, young Skywalker. Do it. Star Wars reference. Lord Vader. At least Code 2 blobbing, this guy again, is easily punished. And I've seen Code 2 blobs. Not really. Buddy goes, didn't ask. This allied infantry 650 manpower to 400 Germans. Okay, first of all, we haven't even upgraded our infantry yet. So it's 600 right now. 650 after you pay for the fucking upgrades. And I'm telling this guy, buddy, you fucking blobbed. What is wrong with you? Like, you blobbed first. We blobbed because you blobbed. You saw it all. Look at him. He regrouped his fucking units and blobbed. LOL, it's the only way to counter blob on, ally blob on urban maps. So he blobs first. He struck first. And now he's bitching because I go, alright, fuck you. You set the bar. You set the standard. Now I'm gonna blob. I'll show you how to fucking blob. And that's exactly what we're doing. And I'm not saying, oh no, you know, don't judge me for blobbing. If this bothers you, go for it. But I'm telling you why I did it. You're gonna fucking blob, you're gonna run your fucking mouth, we're gonna fucking troll you. So he's still going on. He's still running his mouth. Poor game design. Poor game design. He keeps fucking whining. Oh, I checked his rank, by the way. He's rank 1000. So, buddy, even if you did play me in Code 2, if you see this fucking video, my top rank in Code 2 is rank 16, 1v1s, and rank 17 and 4v4s. I know it's not that high in the 1v1s. I didn't have time to really get into it, but I can hold my fucking own. Now, I mess up. I wanted to be greedy with the Greyhound, kill the MG, no big stress. My blob's gonna chill right here, because we're not taking you seriously. If you ever see this, you fucking nerd, we weren't taking you serious anymore. You were just fucking crying at this point. Oh my gosh, go on about it. You're not a threat. And I'm just holding right here. We're laughing. I stopped playing because we were laughing so fucking hard. We wanted to know what you were gonna say next. So here comes Red. He doesn't want to go high ground anymore. And I get it because, you know what? My blob's waiting on you. And boom, my counter blob's ready to go. I'm not even respecting these guys at this point because my units are all half health. I say fuck it. Let's end this game as fast as we can. And there's the panic nade, and there's the dodge. Oh no, one model. Anyways, so I'm gonna keep burning them down. Full on, fuck you, bars in your face all day long. I say I want your munis. This is dangerous for me because he can hit me with the high ground. He's back again. The bar blob! The bar blob! Yeah, you let us control the map, you fucking nerd. I tell him, bro, you're P-Grin early game? In early game, the Germans still don't have early MGs. Well, guess what, you fucking nerd? One of you could have went Wehrmacht. They can pump out MGs. The Bursa Blob's a joke. No, the Bursa Blob's pretty scary, if you know how to use it. My buddy goes, it's a skill issue, my guy? I'm laughing. You're the problem! He's still going on, folks. You're the problem. Fuck you! Then again, Relic designed a shit game, and I can agree, this game, it can be shitty at times, but right now, buddy, you're bad. There's nothing you can do about it. Buddy goes, make it work, so it's a you problem. You really can't grammar! I mean, shit, man, we're fucking exhausted, so he might have gotten us on that, but, buddy, you really can't play. And I'm making fun of you because I'm tired of seeing you fucking nerds think you can get away with this in chat. You guys run your mouths all day long, nobody can actually make fun of you. So I assume you sound like a fucking loser. And there's your blob. Look, you blob really hard, but you're really bad. How do you lose with Guastatori? How do you not tech him up with flamethrowers? Holy cow. Here's the red blob. I'm gonna hit the retreat button. My captain's in danger. I'm gonna back him off. My buddy sets up the machine gun, and red doesn't like that. You can't even throw a nade. Units keep running. Never would happen in Code 2. Buddy, with your rank in Code 3, there's no way you're good in Code 2. Noobs! Noobs! Alright, well, you lost to noobs. Doesn't that make you mad? I encourage him to go back to Code 2. And I tell this guy, hey man, we play Code 2 as well. The game is dead! Actually, if you were smart, you could check the player count. There's more players that play Code 2 than Code 3. The reason why the game might be dead to you is because you probably made Axis and you can't get into an Axis match. You can't win in Code 2, so you come to this. I inform him to get some pussy in his life. And now by that, I mean, you know, get some vagina. Because if you are this upset that you tried to blob first, and then you lost, and now you're trying to tell me that you can't beat me in Code 2, bro, you are missing a key factor in your life. Go get yourself a girlfriend. Go get yourself some vagina. I promise you, one vagina a day keeps the stress away, my guy. And I don't mean, you know, go sleep around with a bunch of women and catch AIDS or anything like that. Go find yourself a nice monogamous relationship, settle down, have a happy life in the countryside, because Company of Heroes is not cutting it for you right now.